Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. This is Let's Play NoRoY. This looks like a platformer in the same vein as Super Meat Boy. ba. SCP Foundation. Part of my daily routine included dropping by this one library after school, but not because of any particular fondness for reading. In an age where I could read manga on my phone with only one click, I've never saw much appeal in physical books. Somebody squealed. Fascinating. Oh, that was Siri-senpai, standing right next to the sign. No loud talking, written with large, bold font. Thanks to some ancestors from Canada or USA, her hair color resembled honey in sunlight. Her eyes were so bright and ultramarine that it was hard to believe the color was natural. Let's get right down to it, Lunar D8-kun, finger twirling. I'm normal height boy and she was abnormally tall girl, so she uses her height to apply pressure. It scares me, and I pull away every time. I appreciate the voice acting, even if it is possibly text-to-speech. If it's a real person, I feel concerns about your microphone quality. And everyone's like, Lunar, you are not one to bitch about microphone quality. It's like, yeah, I know. Or audio balancing. She was a little hard to understand, that girl. She never bothered to stop and gather her thoughts. That's what makes it one of our school's 7 wonders. I'm nuts about paranormal stuff, so I've been looking into it. If I asked parents, teachers, or friends, I had no doubt they would just laugh it off, saying something like, where'd you come up with that crazy idea? I turned to the upper-class girl, a girl who'd been ostracized for never once backing down from her declaration of, I love the supernatural. Hello? Was I spacing out too much? She drew so close that I swore it was bad for my poor adolescent heart, and then she broke into a big grin. Is there a rule against erections in a library? Throwing both arms wide open, she began to cast lustful glances around. She was a totally different person. It was like a desert mirage, the way her breath touched my forehead when she exhaled. That was the thing that made me understand this isn't a mirage. She was real. but only similar to Siri. The two of us were surrounded by countless paths of library stacks. I liked the little hearts. Even though it was early summer afternoon, the lighting was dim and gloomy. Blame that on the black curtains lowered over the windows to prevent the books from yellowing. Apparently the fluorescent lights arrayed along the ceiling were burned out. They failed to offer any light at all. Mold and cobwebs completely overrun places where damp had settled in. The place was practically in ruins. It was hard to believe the building was currently in use. I guess nobody wanted to set foot in that creepy place because I didn't see any librarians. She continued with her rant.
Gosh, this place is so creepy. Actually, there are so many red doors. I can't even remember them all. For instance, they say there's a demon that can pop out of a book here and grant anyone wish in exchange for their soul.
Can I wish for 2 souls?
And if you crack open this one other unlabeled book, your address will appear on the blank pages for you to read. If you stick your hands in the crack of these steps, you can get around to another world. There are a whole bunch of awesome rumors. Oh, there's even one about a girl who goes all by herself for her own thing in the girl's sister. And that one's still shut. Actually, mind if I go to the little girl's room?
Seeming to think nothing of asking that awkward question, she spun right around. She was on cloud 9. Seemed pretty safe to assume that her love of ghost stories was the real deal. Personally, I didn't care for that sort of thing. As far as I was concerned, an upperclassman going gaga over scary stories and creepy rumors just looked nuts. I hadn't come here for cheap thrills or ghost stories. Honestly, I was more than ready to leave.
I'd like to take a sec to review what you told me, so be sure to correct me if I'm wrong about anything. The other day, you came to the library to do some summer homework, right?
Senpai must have noticed she was getting a little short on personal space, because she slid back a few steps before continuing.
But since you're a relatively diligent student, you decided to take it seriously and went to the university library. That just so happened to be here, right? And that's where you encountered the paranormal.
Senpai picked up one of the books that had fallen earlier and began callously flipping through its pages.
Supposed to be a photo stuck inside every single book you picked up in the library.
If it was as simple as that, it would be nothing to freak out about. I would suppose that someone who borrowed books in the library used photos instead of bookmarks. They probably forgot to remove them before returning the books. But if that was the extent of the situation, it wouldn't have me so upset. I wouldn't turn to this weirdo for help either.
No matter what book you grabbed and flipped open, there was a photo. The result was the same, regardless of which stacks or books you tried. Do you still have one by any chance?
No way, they were all so sinister that I put them back in the books I found them in. I didn't see any good way out of detaining one. And honestly, just going out with them didn't seem right.
Very bad. If there were still any, I could use one to pick up a whole bunch of them. Well, just so you know, it's not like I don't believe you or anything. Physical evidence is rare in the world of the world.
Senpai shouted before a stern look crossed her face.
All this, well, can be explained logically. Someone could come up with a very complicated joke. It simply requires stuffing a photograph in each book in this library. It's workable for me or any other person, so far as that is concerned, to pull off with a touch of exertion. Yet, that is the place where things get truly bizarre.
Exactly, this is where the story took the go for the genuinely paranormal.
Even after you left, you found an image of her stuck in each book you opened. It didn't make any difference in the event that it was school reading material, a book available to be purchased, a manga magazine, or something different like that. These photographs show up in all books you open, any place, regardless, correct?
Right. And there was clearly something strange going on here. No coherent clarification would cover this. It was genuinely an extraordinary marvel. Is it accurate to say that someone was venturing out in front of me and stuffing photographs in each book I may perhaps open? Or then again, association would profit by discovering. At whatever point I discovered them, it just serves to surprise me. Was it as if the pace of my heartbeat and the speed of the Earth's turn were connected? So there wasn't a thing to acquire from scaring a person like me. The likelihood that somebody loathed me to death, and one was doing this to torture me, didn't appear to be likely by the same token. The existence I drove shouldn't bring about such hate. I resembled some other commonplace secondary school kid out there. Plus, in the event that somebody planned to menace me, a superior arrangement is stick in something gross, or, if nothing else, to utilize a really upsetting photograph. However, each time I found a photograph stuck in a book, it was of the same cute girl.
I accept that young lady's colleague of yours, or which to say she's most certainly not.
Her expression was mindfully. You could essentially hear the cog wheels turning in her mind. I could offer her a reasonable response in this one. I was sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'd never met this girl before. She was a complete and total stranger. Despite the fact that I have a psyche and was splendid, that I could recall every... Shouldn't that word be memory? Subsequent to racking my cerebrum, trying to recollect her, I was experiencing a mental blackout. I'd never seen her. I couldn't see how I'd had anything to do with this unfamiliar girl. Also, she was an outsider, like a Westerner. Despite the fact that it was hard for a Japanese person such as myself to figure out the age of a Caucasian, I thought she was likely somewhere near my age, either in her mid-20s or late adolescence. Wearing a sort of caring appearance, her beautiful face was suggestive of a blossom and sprout. Her eyebrows are moving. Neither her eyes nor her hair were especially irregular tones, yet gave off an impression of being concealed fairly normal for Westerners. Regardless, there was consistently an old camera in her grasp that gave her an enthusiastic air some way or another similar to paper writer. Her easygoing clothing showed a lack of engagement and design. A considerable lot of her outfits were plainly used. She was a particularly ordinary, glad-looking young lady. It appeared to be odd to call these photographs of her phantom photos. Profoundly charmed, Senpai folded her arms and fell into a profound idea. At last she said,
I wonder who she is. I've never heard of anything like this before. I'm certain she must be related to you somehow. After all, no one has seen this girl in the photo. I checked online to see if anyone else has a similar experience, but no one cares about it.
Oh, that didn't help. I really didn't know this girl. Based on their genetics characteristics, I think Senpai is closer to being related to girls than I am. After hard thinking, Senpai held her head, and its unique characteristics revealed her own foreign ancestry, she cried.
I just don't know. This is too far out there. If the girl in the picture makes threats, such as imposing a fatal curse on you, it will make things much easier. That will become the standard ghost story. But from the current situation, I don't know what this girl wants to do.
I don't want to die by a curse, of course. This is a creepy situation. But in the end, it seems harmless. So at least, I didn't live in fear. How would you guys feel if they all of a sudden, you went out and you just opened books and a random photograph of a girl who happened to be there? Or, what if you, saw trailer pictures of upcoming movies? You just open a book and you see a photograph from the trailer of John Wick 37. I'm just curious what would happen to the girl in the photo It also makes me feel frustrated to think that photos like this will appear in any book I open in my life. If possible, I'd like to do something about this supernatural phenomenon.
I really know who the girl is. Can we try to solve this problem? If I knew her name and nationality, I might be able to do something online. Do you know?
Senpai's problem made me at a loss. All the photos I have found so far share almost exactly the same layout. There are subtle differences between each photo, but the overall image remains unchanged. There is a girl in the center. The lens is very magnified. Close-up shots of her face and upper body consume most of the frame. When you see the background, it's usually just a boring gray concrete wall. A nondescript environment that only vaguely evoked speculation that she could be in a hospital, prison, or research institution. Except for the girl, no one else appeared in the photo, and she did nothing to provide insights about her character. She is either daydreaming, staring at me, or sleeping. They are similar photos, similar to passports and resumes. Without the investigative skills of a good detective, I cannot tell her identity.
Well, I think her identity is just one of the things we have to start researching. I will forward you, so please rest assured.
Yay! Support. Yay.
Let us make the most of your miraculous encounter with the occultist we live in this modern world. Let us do our best, partner.
Yay! I know it's probably really sad and pathetic of me, but if I had an AI, regardless if it was just a disembodied voice, or if it could have like a image it could show me, whether it's on a computer screen, or even a 3D like hologram, or even if it was an AI robot that had its own physical body, I feel like the main primary function that I would use, the AI companion for, would be someone to just talk to me and give me emotional support. It's like, oh, the entire world thinks you're garbage? Well, I don't. Like, yay, thank you, AI sentience that, I have given actual conscious life and free will to another being so they can just validate my worth and care about my feelings. And actually, enjoy spending time with me. Everyone's like, that sounds really pathetic. I'm like, yeah, but it's how I feel. Senpai didn't show any signs of composure, but forced me to shake hands and then began to swing my arms up and down. It is true that the 21st century, when science is booming, such strange phenomena are rarely encountered. I bet that Senpai didn't want this opportunity to let her slip away. Although Senpai is a weird person, it is no secret, but she did it only to satisfy her curiosity. It feels so good to remove the whole thing from my chest. Always give it to myself. It makes me very frustrated.
Okay, after solving it, let's start with this.
Senpai began to carefully examine a book that was still in her hands, one page at a time.
Looks like there is no picture hidden in this book.
Are you going to hand me the book to see if a picture suddenly appears? Senpai took her time examining it carefully.
It's carefully designed so you cannot delete it, which makes sense because it's a library book.
What? How would you... What?
I don't see anywhere a photo of it hiding.
She proceeds to hand it to me and continued.
So next, I want you to try. Unless you are a top magician, if one of the photos is taken out of the book, it is really a supernatural phenomenon. Oh, I'm so excited!
I took the book that Senpai had just confirmed that there is no photo. As she said, it is physically impossible for photos to slip off the page. Of course, unless Senpai feels naughty and decides to slide the photo in before handing it over, in order to play a stupid trick on me. Like, Senpai, this is just a picture of you naked. It's like now we have to like a trivia question where we guess the size of her boobs. And everyone's like, would your AI companion have boobs? Possibly. I mean, boobs are nice, but it's not the end all be all. I mean, I like boobs, but I'm also bi, but meh. I have never spoken to her before. I don't fully believe her on 100%. On the other hand, it means that she has no reason to laugh at or deceive me. To be honest, if I keep doubting every little thing, I will find nothing. Feeling a little nervous, I suddenly opened the book and flipped through the pages briskly.
Are there any pictures? Actually, please wait a moment. I want to record.
Like on a phone or?
I record it on my smartphone. Give me a few seconds. So cool. I hope I can witness the big moment.
Senpai was so excited she practically vibrating. This is really annoying, but I am too busy with my own problems to deal with her. When I flipped through the pages casually, like any other book, I found it. A photo appears, hides in the crease below the center of his spine. A cold chill runs down my back.
Wait, are you kidding me?
Senpai took her mobile phone out of her pocket, but shooting a bigger challenge. The phone slipped from her hand. She chased it, her eyes widening in surprise. I am speechless. As usual, a photo appeared in the book I was holding. It was flipped backwards, so I instinctively touched the photo to flip it. The photo is nothing but...
See? I want to see. Come on.
Senpai cried, and her harsh voice suddenly became distant. As her crying voice faded away, a warm feeling slowly engulfed my whole body. Am I dying? This is different from everything I've experienced before, like I am being held by a huge hand. My eyes fell on the image printed on the small, standard size photo. I remember a certain creepypasta featuring some of the things from this picture. Also, you kind of look like somebody I have been talking to. You know, who was dropping a phone because they're clumsy. The mysterious girl in the picture looked up at me with a touch of distress. Take the photo with me. I'm dead. What? SCP-105, or is that negative 105? Where the fuck am I? In this strange room. What the hell is this on my neck? Like strange little machines?
Hello. I was looking for you.
Hi? Hello, who are you?
See you again. My name is Iris.
Hi, Iris. Where am I? What do you mean by... And you are that girl. Wait, what do you mean by again?
Mm-hmm. You're totally right.
I noticed the girl, she's girl in photos. Rumors of I don't care. Please tell me what's going on. She's not stupid, but she's acting like I didn't ask her something
I'm
important.
sorry, but everything is so fast. But today you will sleep here.
Okay, do I get good pillows?
You came a little late, and you are still confused, but calm down.
What do you mean by late? Although she seemed dissatisfied with the situation, Iris pulled the blanket from the bed. She moved gently, took it, and threw it in my arms.
It's too late to argue about fine details of life. I'm exhausted, so I'm going to sleep. Sorry, please use the blanket on the sofa to sleep today.
Still acting like my questions are nothing. Maybe she doesn't trust me. Okay, maybe that's normal, and maybe I'm not in a good position to ask anything.
The first thing tomorrow, I want them to either provide you with an extra bed or set up a room for you. I want to change into pajamas. Can you turn around?
That's fine. But real quick before I turn around, do you have like a little mini fridge here? Like, do you like sandwiches or some Pepsi or something? Can I have snacks? Yes? Oh geez, how did I end up in this situation? I could hear the sound of cloth rustling. I guess she was changing. The date display of the digital clock at the office coincided with the day I went to the library. Am I being sent to the USA randomly? Well, I think that is good news. Okay, I'm just in some type of sci-fi movie. Maybe if I go to sleep, I'll wake at home. Wait, come to think of it, Iris was the girl in the photos. She was almost always holding a camera in the photos. Sleepies. Wow, that's fast. Hopefully the couch is big enough. I don't want to like have my legs draping off the side. She already said I didn't notice I looked around the room. Gosh, I can't fall asleep. I don't know, is there like a Super Nintendo here? Maybe I can play like Mario Brothers or something. I saw a big amount of Polaroid pictures on her office desk. I wanted to see them. I got up quickly from the desk. I saw such a beautiful landscape. There was Grand Canyon. As someone whose life was always school, I was a bit jealous of her. Okay, it's strange. I have to go sleep. At least I saw a strange photo, which was pinned reversed. Maybe she doesn't want me to see that photo. Okay, now it's time to try to sleep again. Sleepies.
Good morning.
That was fast.
Wow, this time there is someone who will hear my good morning.
I appreciate it. Oh, good morning. I'm still hungry.
Come on, make your bed. We go out.
Are we getting like breakfast? Like omelets or something? This feels like it's 7 a.m. or something. Let's check. What is it? 6:30 a.m.? Oh, you guys are like army soldiers or something.
Are you kidding me? They sleep until maybe 5 a.m.
Oh, I mean, that's too early for me. It makes me feel like I'll go to school after an hour. By the way, where are we going? What do you mean by out? Are we under the surface, aren't we?
Yeah, from the outside of my room, that's what I understand going out. Oh, and we are going for breakfast.
Yay! Everyone's like, Lunar, stop being fat. I'm like, sad face. That makes sense. By the way, was the other person earlier my hallucination, or did I just like abandon them in a library? That makes sense.
Here we are, the cafeteria.
I mean, pizza for breakfast, sure, I guess.
And we have a bunch of premium foods and professional chefs. You know, when your work life is threatening. By the way, we have never-ending pizza box. But because it's never-ending, we don't use it that much. I mean, it's class is safe, so you can use it if you have permission.
I mean, I do like pizza, but I think eventually, probably not very healthy to eat nothing but pizza.
One thing about this place. These guys really can cook everything. Can you tell me what you're eating in Japan for breakfast? I really want to try Japanese cuisine.
Okay, we eat traditional breakfast together, if you want that.
Yay!
Yay! We need rice, grilled fish, miso soup, pickles, and a Japanese-style omelet. Maybe this is enough for now.
Understood. Wait here, I'll be back soon. I have to tell them our requests.
That's a pretty good memory if you remember all that after hearing it once. Sitting at the nearest chair. Lots of ellipses.
So, we can get our food now. Come on.
Yay!
Yes, you know that's not a restaurant. You have to get your own food.
Yeah, I'm coming. Hello! Well, these are snazzy outfits you guys got on. Cool. Yeah, hello, nice to meet you. Me too. By the way, this is an interesting menu for breakfast. I'm surprised. Your order is here.
That was fast.
Yay!
You're so funny.
My joke was terrible, but I appreciate you humoring me and the compliment. It's like, yay! I'm appreciated. I don't know about the person I abandoned in some fucking library though. Like, or maybe they're the same person. I don't know. Ha ha ha
Come
ha.
on, shut up.
Oh no, she got angry.
Let's go and sit somewhere.
Okay.
Let's see.
She tried the Japanese style omelet first. Cool. Strange face. Is something wrong? If you don't like it, well, you can try something else.
Yummy!
Yay. Okay. And she started eating every single thing on the table. The fish, the rice, etc. Jesus. For a girl of a normal physique, her appetite is great.
Okay. That was amazing. It feels like I have extra energy.
Either that or a food coma. Yeah, that's the point of breakfast.
Indeed. Okay, I have to show you something. Follow me.
Okay.
I have to get something from my room. Come in and sit. I'll find it soon.
Cool. Okay, that photo again. I want to see it. It feels like cliche. Don't click the red button. You click it, you don't know why, but it happens nonetheless. I'd like to see what's in the photo, but she screamed?
Stop! Immediately.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, but this photo has to be hidden, and I cannot let anyone see her.
Okay.